Hello and welcome everybody to Inside the PFL Season 19, Week 3. I am your commissioner and host and reigning champion, Drac, and I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Thomas. I play. I'm here.
Hey, it's Lebo, also commissioner and former champ. Um, you know, only three-time champ though. Although to be
True.
fair, it's mostly because I had a spec trigger. Um,
Mm,
so, it, we don't need to talk about the details. Let's not talk about the details.
I
that's
mean, hey,
crazy.
now while we're on the topic of badges, we got 6 badges in this Discord call right now.
Oh shit,
Whoa, that's
Yeah,
a lot.
funky stuff.
that's
Anyway,
power right there.
That's power.
yeah, so we kind of know what we're talking about.
Maybe.
Anyway, uh, so today we've got for you 7 battles, the 7 battles that happened off stream, and your regularly scheduled PFL updates about standings and whatnot. So without further
Ooh,
ado,
my
let's
favorite.
I hear
get
some
over to the
music. You
first
put on some
battle.
music?
Yeah, I always put on a little bit of music.
I'm loving this music. This is great. All right, yeah, let's start. So this is Rob versus Tristan,
Rob versus
right?
Tristan.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So Tristan obviously has his Rain slash Trick Room team, and uh, Rob has his Terra Armor Rouge with his big ol' beefy defensive core with Dondozo, H. Gudra, Audino, and Lando. So
This is the second week after his changes, because I remember he made Dozo and Gudra last week, and then that Dozo got absolutely fried by gouging fire.
yes, it did.
I was just gonna say, Rob's team, not outside of Electrode, not terrible into Trick Room.
Oh, what's going on here?
What?
Hello?
What?
Oh, this upsets me.
Wait,
What?
hey,
Wait, what in the
hang on.
Oh,
Let me
refresh.
refresh. What the heck?
what in the Sam Hill?
Uh,
What is
everything
happening
broke,
here?
I guess. I don't know. They're all
Try
showing
again.
up right here.
Yeah.
Hit play.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Okay,
there we
we're
go.
good
That
now.
was crazy. You
Anyway,
couldn't make
you
that up.
see Balloon Electrode taunting turn 1. He was expecting
Best taunt.
Trick Room, but frankly, if I was Tristan, I would also just attack Electrode here. I want to get rid of that balloon.
But and meanwhile, I would probably taunt. I think this was a good. Oh, okay. Taunt hasn't worn off. That would have been a waste if it did.
I think taunt is always 3 turns.
I think it changed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's consistent.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so Electrode just dies basically to paralyze a Trick Room setter, which,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know about that one.
Dragon Tail, nice.
Yeah,
No
I do
fairy
like
here.
that Dragon Tail a lot, actually.
Now,
Yeah,
Okay. And
Melmetal's
Melmetal does
kind of
Earthquake
strong.
back. Oh
Oh,
god.
oh
Yeah,
no.
it's like
Oh, Gudra.
143 attack or
The
something.
tanky steals trade EQs.
Yeah,
I mean,
notice
yeah, that
how
thing does the
Melmetal
demolish.
took 32.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that thing has like 120 base defense.
I
Oh,
think it has
yeah, it's
100
nuts.
base defense.
I thought it had
Really?
130 base. Oh wait, Gudra or Melmetal?
Oh, Melmetal has like 143 or something.
Yeah, it's something
It's upwards
nuts.
of 140 with both its a defense and attacking stat.
Yeah,
That's
that's a fucking
disgusting.
nuts Earthquake. Dozo notably not good at special hits, despite being water. But
No.
also, I guess what else is gonna take it except maybe Audino?
Yeah, well, especially not when it's got the Mega Launcher and Life Orb with that Dark Pulse.
Yeah.
That's absolutely frying.
Or oh, the predict.
I mean, it wasn't even that bad of a predict because like it hits everything, right? Except Armor Rouge, and you know Armor Rouge isn't coming in.
Yeah. It doesn't hit. It doesn't hit Lando, but Lando's also not coming in.
I think the Aura Sphere click makes sense. It's the same base power as Dark Pulse.
Yeah, if it was gonna do 50 to Dozo, it's a good read.
I would like to point out that this thing has Sap Zipper, and he just clicked Energy Ball into
Energy
it.
ball.
Very risky.
That is risky. But now Trick Room's up.
Yeah,
Hyper
but
voice.
Oh,
Farajirf is just going to get its little bit of hit
Oh,
off.
go on.
Now, it's also
okay.
worth noting Rob could have avoided this situation and just hit Armor Cannon last turn, because Armor Cannon is a much higher base power, and he would be in the exact same situation, but he wouldn't have taken damage, and Trick Room wouldn't be up. So a little bit
Well,
of
well, would it have killed without the +1?
yeah, because the energy ball did like what 45 and armor cannon is 120 base power. It's 30 base power higher. It absolutely would have killed. Dragon Pulse not quite picking up the kill on Armor Rouge.
2 turns left.
Dragon Pulse was your best move, though?
I mean,
Uh,
what else would you click?
Dark Pulse. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it
Or
didn't really
Sphere?
Dragon
matter.
Pulse is 5 more.
True. Dozo, oh, you
Oh,
hate that speed F drop.
that speed F drop sucks.
One of the worst things about getting a drop in speed F or
Oh.
defense on the Unaware Mon is that Unaware doesn't apply to your own buffs and debuffs, so that is definitely still
Oh,
a
it doesn't. I thought it
minus
did.
speed F Dondozo. But yeah,
That's
at this
crazy.
point,
Honestly, oh no, it's Mega Swampert. If it wasn't Mega Swampert, I'd have some faith in Lando. I think he could do it.
maybe with some smarter pivoting around, like with your last few mons, you might be able to
Yeah, if
claw
maybe
it
if
back.
Dozo was still around.
The big thing is that you
Even
need the
-1,
intim.
though.
Yeah, no, not with Mega Swampert. But the big thing is that you would need to intimidate the Melmetal.
Yeah. Oh, at the pain split. Is he? He's gonna take out Kofag, I hope. But no more than
No,
that.
I don't think he does. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, yeah, you'll get rid of Kofag, but I mean, it's still a done deal. Tristan's just gonna play
Yeah.
it safe. There's no reason to like try to fish out
There's
a
no
plus
there's
here.
no way to lose it from this position.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
The only way to lose is to try to like fish off an extra plus and just let everything get chipped and let Lando clean up, you know?
Yeah. That earthquake versus Gudra is crazy.
Yeah.
The double earthquake.
It's like, oh, okay. Oh, Gudra did 30%. Oh, Melmetal killed it.
Yeah, that's Christ.
That's a wild swing.
Yeah, and Mega Swampert didn't even... Oh, no, it did hit the field. Oh, that's right, it took a Dragon Tail.
And look, this is the first time in a while I feel like Clawwitcher doesn't often get drafted. Clawwitcher is really good on this team. It's both a trick room abuser and a good powerhouse in rain.
Well, you know what else it gets? It gets Terrain Pulse, and you know who his Terra Captain is?
Yeah.
It's Tapu
Bulu.
Bulu. So you're setting that grassy terrain.
Oh shit!
And so you're getting a grassy terrain boosted, Mega Launcher boosted, grass type Terrain Pulse.
When I was
If he
prepping
didn't
for
have the tech,
Tristan,
now he does.
when I was prepping for Tristan, I was shitting myself thinking that he was going to bring Clawwitzer with Terrain Pulse in my electric terrain and blow stuff up.
Well, I mean that's all. That's like the danger of this kind of setup. You know,
Yeah.
he's got so many big threats.
Yeah.
On to the next battle. It's my battle against Murphy.
Is that you?
That is me.
Raw, that's you.
This might be a little painful to watch. We'll see though. So I let off Prim versus Torkoal. He swaps out.
Burn is tough.
Yeah, I mean, the burn didn't really matter, I don't think. Murphy going for a very ambitious prediction.
That was a very ambitious prediction. I don't know why he didn't just go Giga. Maybe he wasn't expecting the sub.
Well,
but
I mean, he thought Durant was coming in, right? I don't know. I would have never swapped in Durant there, to be quite honest.
You wouldn't swap in Durant on the Psychic.
Correct. You wouldn't
or the Moonblast. Like, it doesn't matter if it's resisted. You're not throwing him in.
I mean, maybe just to make this Prim less of a problem, because like
maybe get this special attack lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, look, you're setting up now. He's doing 25 still to a +2 Primarina, right? Like, how much investment do you have?
This was
also,
hold on.
I want to go back.
We got on
turns.
a little bit of a tangent here.
We got to go back a couple turns. So I'm setting up with Calm Mind, and I mean, I've played Murphy a lot over the course of the 10 or so seasons I've been here, and when I got up the second Calm Mind, I could kind of like feel that Murphy was gonna go for like a way too aggro switch, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna just start clicking moves now, and Prim's gonna get like at least a kill. But Lilgit was like best case scenario for me.
That was
Lilgit did a lot.
Huge. So I just pause it.
Okay.
We gotta. So I feel like in every world this is a bad switch because let's say Prim subs.
Yeah.
Now Lilligant is against a sub Prim, which is where it doesn't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't duel it if it's sub. If he scalds, now you're burned. If he moonblasts, you're obviously dead. So none of these scenarios are good scenarios unless Prim Calm Minds.
Yeah,
And that is
and
a huge gamble to make.
I agree that that's such a huge gamble. There's no reason to get like +6 with Prim. Uh,
I don't
yeah.
know what play you make because it is a tough spot. Once he's +2/+2, I think you need to sack something and then send in Lilligant. If you can like
Yes.
keep the sub off somehow, I don't know how. I mean, it's still breaking it. So he's gonna Calm Mind up first, but like maybe
He
he was predicting the Calm Mind.
he
But that's a gamble, dude. That's a gamble.
it's a huge gamble. He
Yeah.
really should have just like realized that he was in a very bad spot and had like taken the lesser of two evils and just sacked Hatterene to Prim, and then you get Lilligant in. Like you just spam Giga Drain, don't let a sub get up, and you have Lilligant in clean against Prim. That
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how
maybe
that
even try to Misty
Stack,
Fire
stack.
again.
Yeah. I don't know. Lilligant is not the. It was keeping Prim at bay.
yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
At least it'll scare it out if it gets if there's no sub. Melvin Chain does a ton. That is definitely not a Spidef.
No, especially
Torque.
because I was full. Like it was like no special attack on Petch. And when Yawn came out, I was like, okay, well, I don't want Petch to sleep, so I'm just gonna send in
Yeah.
Prim and to eat like whatever Torkoal's gonna hit. And then Stacks came in, I was like, oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
double switched.
I wasn't even predicting Stacks
Why did he
there.
go Sun to Stacks?
He,
I guess because he didn't want to poison Malignant Chain.
yeah,
Maybe.
I guess he just wanted to get ahead of the curve or something. Yeah, he throws away Girder. At this point, he has like really nothing for
Now Prim
Prim.
is just gaining health.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably should have sacked Torkoal to turn
It,
prior and then
Prim
brought in
just
Stacks.
basically 6-0s.
Yeah,
Prim really did basically just 6-0.
Yeah,
Prim is a good Pokemon.
Prim was down to like 20 HP at some point, and it got all the way back up to 68 or something.
But like in this scenario, Lilligant could have come in and just scared it out. Any of these
Right,
times.
right. I did sub there predicting a Trick Room, so you know.
Mm.
That gyro ball actually did more than I remember from my calcs, but I think I might have been calcing against one of the pre-made sets that doesn't have min speed on stacks, so that might have been why. But I mean, at this point, we kind of know how this is gonna go, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
just speed up the play speed.
Just keep
Hedge is
clicking the
big.
button.
I'm actually surprised it's taking 35 from it.
Yeah, I had a little bit of
That's like
defense,
more than I
not max
anticipate.
defense, but a little bit of defense. It was sort of just spec to eat a hit from anything, like eat a hit from Wake or a Specs Torkoal or something.
Stacks is dueling this surprisingly decently though.
No, I'm dueling Stacks actually. It's the other way around.
I guess.
He only
I mean,
has 8
yeah,
gyro
it's just
balls,
like-
and I just
guess,
wasted
yeah.
all of them with only 3 recovers. So.
Oh wow, there's only 8 gyro balls?
Yeah, dude, gyro ball
That's
goes
a
up to
move I feel like
150
you'd get
base power. How many
16.
do you think he should have?
I don't know. I feel like gyro ball seems like something that you get like 16 of, not 8.
Oh,
Malignant Chain, something with 50% to poison, sounds like something that you have 8 of.
yeah,
which it
Malignant
is.
Chain does have 8.
Gyro ball, I figured it would be like 16.
Gyro ball goes up to 150 base power though. That's so strong. Anyway, yeah, I pick up a +6 against Murphy. Yeah, I guess he just
He
wasn't
just didn't
expecting
really build
offensive
around
Prim.
trying to deal with Calm Mind Prim. The Giga Drain was doing well, but then his answer of Lilligant kind of no longer answered it.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Murphy can pick it up next week. He just needs to like chill out and have like bring good pivots so that he don't have to make hyper aggro plays. That would be my suggestion.
I think focusing on Sun or Trick Room per match might help too.
Right.
Do one or the other. Because honestly, Porygon Porygon could have beat Prim probably, or at least would have been an easy switch in.
I mean, I had sub because I was anticipating P2. I was like, okay, well, I'll sub and then P2 can't toxic me, and then I'll get up
He
enough
can't
call
toxic
mine.
you, but like the analytic will at least like break some.
P2
That'll
doesn't
break
get
sub after a bit.
analytic.
Doesn't?
No, that's PZ.
No.
It gets wait,
Okay.
maybe
Just
it gets
crazy
download. I
now.
think it gets download.
No, it does.
I was gonna
P2
say, I'm
gets
pretty sure
analytic.
it does.
Okay.
No, I think they both. I'm checking right now.
Well, P2 gets trace, right?
Porygon 2 does get
It gets all
analytic.
three.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
gets analytic, download, and
adaptability
trace.
that PZ has over the other two.
Okay. Okay.
But like, yeah, analytic and Thunderbolts, that would have done some work.
I mean,
And it's not like he's
even
gonna
then-
care about Scald Burns, and Moonblast will take 2.
I mean, I made the Prim with P2 in mind. I was gonna like sub in case it tried to toxic or status or something, and then just I'll calm mind up and eventually sub will just live one of whatever it has.
Yeah.
That was my whole game plan with P2.
But it would have pressured you more than
Yeah, you're right. It definitely.
nothing else.
You're right. You're right. It
Yeah.
would have done much better than Hat. Anyway, next game. Bick
I don't
against
think Hat was
Dan.
terrible into it. I just
No, Hat did pretty decent. It just didn't solve the problem of Calm Mind. Throwing Lilligant in was what screwed him.
yes.
All right, we got
Okay, so
Yeah.
Dan versus Bick.
so Bick has been liking Carbink as a setter, and I can't really disagree.
Oh,
Like, it gets
wait.
rock
If I remember
spikes.
correctly, this is a very close match.
Oh yeah, it is. This is a close match. Hey, we see Yawn again.
Yawn. It forces switches.
I mean, sure, but I don't know. I sleep on Yawn, as ironic as that sounds. Because in
That's
a
kinda
situation like this, like
Now, I
okay,
am surprised that Yawn's here, because this is... Oh, I guess he already showed it Earthquake. But I would have hit Earthquake against
The double?
Electro Fatty.
Okay.
hmm So we've got,
Got a lot
got
of
the burden.
hazards up.
Is it just me, or does this feel like it's going faster than slow? Let me turn on really slow.
This is too
Okay,
slow.
that is too slow.
Put it back.
Please. Please.
It's back. It's back. It's back.
Okay.
Oh,
Hello?
God.
No, this is
too-
incredibly
Put it
slow.
normal.
Make it.
Okay,
Make
so
it-
Stunfisk dies on entry. Make it normal.
It's hang on. Wait for this turn to end. I think it's stuck on really slow until the turn ends, and then
Jesus. Pause it, perhaps, and then
Okay.
change the.
okay, taking damage, taking damage.
No, it's
We're still moving
it's-
way
it's
too
the-
slow.
the text is criminal.
All right, hang on.
Oh, God.
Slow. I'm sorry. This is so scuffed. What I was gonna say about Yawn is that like, okay, sure, it forces switches, but like your opponent isn't just going to switch everything that gets the drowsy debuff on it until his whole team dies to rocks. You know?
No, you
There-
don't. You can't do it infinitely, but
Yeah.
you can get. You don't want your Masquerada to get yawned, to get to fall asleep.
Right.
Yeah, it does force certain Pokemon.
All right. Assault vest getting knocked off.
Yeah, that's a good
That's-
knock.
It's
Bombardier's
good.
out of there. Dude, the double spikes are gonna put in massive work this game.
Rocks
it's
and
only one
spikes
layer.
is all you- Rocks, yeah,
It's rocks and one layer of spikes.
but that's a lot of damage.
No, that's a lot. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like throw just took 18%. And
Yeah.
if something is neutral to rocks, it's taking 24% or 25%.
18 is
depending on how much
huge,
HP it
especially if
does.
you're coming in and out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. Especially when you have a set like
You
this.
come in
throw.
twice, that's almost 40%
it's-
damage. That's
This chilling
crazy.
water was crazy. You know what's wild? Bombardier doesn't get defog.
Really?
It's so fucked up.
Why
they
not?
didn't give so many birds defog. Kilo
Uh,
Guatrol doesn't get it either.
They give so
I
many random
just-
things defog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Gen
just
9, they
don't-
decided that they didn't want to give anything defog.
Also, Hex is wild.
Hex is pretty wild.
Yeah, I forget. I helped.
The tech was for Milotic.
That's
bet.
right. It was from Milo. Yeah.
Because what is it, competitive? Not competitive,
It
Marvel
was-
skill.
it's yeah.
Marvel
in case
skill.
it gets a Marvel
It
skill
doesn't get
proc, yeah.
competitive.
And I think
Yeah.
he had T Wave on somebody else. I don't quite remember, but I don't think it becomes relevant at all. But it was extremely good in this scenario when you
He's
have
so
the
fat.
flame orb on throw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this thing is disgusting.
Hands is so fat. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
dude.
Criminal.
And
Criminal.
Mega Venusaur is not tiny either. It has like
No.
130 special attack or
Yes.
something.
Yes. It's thick. Or it's large, I should say.
Oh, there we go. There's
That
the
miss
T-wave.
was huge.
That miss was actually pretty big. But you can probably
Because
do
now
it again.
this Venusaur can stay in and click a move and threaten this thing out.
Yeah.
But he
Oh, it
doesn't.
wasn't protect. I thought we were gonna see a protect.
Psynoise, that's extremely fun.
Yeah.
Psynoise is a cool
Remember,
move.
hey, don't I always talk about Psynoise?
Yeah, Psynoise is like
Psynoise
your
is a good
favorite
move.
move.
I don't know about my favorite move. Some Pokemon didn't have a psychic move for a long time and they randomly got this shit. Okay. All right.
Alluring Voice was also given a lot of things.
Yes.
Like Milo gets Alluring Voice, and
Yeah.
that can screw you up.
Yeah,
you're
if you
expecting it
predict
to
the
not have
setup
it.
and you confuse it. But confusion is such like a troll status, you know?
It works.
Anyway, you have
Especially if you set up
Melodic-
physical
Ooh.
attack.
47.
barely
living.
living.
Oh,
Living. That Milotic is thick.
just barely. The timer getting low.
Yeah, the timer is getting low.
Down
That's
on
actually
10
cut
seconds.
off of
Should have been
West
should have
Green
been
We're
should have been
uh,
another recover, but that's okay.
yeah, I definitely would have recovered too.
Twice, right? You know,
I'd want to get up
in
to full.
hindsight, yeah, right. In hindsight, you probably recover twice there.
Yeah, and because
But
okay,
especially tough when you have no time to think.
Yeah,
true.
but exactly. You're going down in the timer.
Especially
It's the
with
spur of the
like
moment.
you could potentially kill hands coming in or Carbink or fish off a burn on Meowscarada depending on who comes in.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wants the Scald.
Yeah, at this point, he's only got physical.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, so Milo is basically Dan's win condition at this point. Like the combination of Milo and Venusaur, I suppose. So this is quite this game is a very knife's edge kind of game.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna definitely come down.
Now
to who
I do
plays
wonder what was Venusaur at this point.
better. Venusaur is pretty low. It's 71. That's a
Oh,
lot of chip, especially when
not
it's coming in
bad.
and taking.
It's gonna take that,
25.
but like
it's gonna take like 18.
I wonder if it would have been better to go in there than take the chip on
Uh.
bird, but I don't know. Hard to say for sure.
Yeah, that's one of those situations that you don't know what the right play was until the game is over. You know.
Yeah.
Who do you need to save health on? Who do you need to?
Oh,
Like-
that's so much damage on Vic.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
But Vic's basically dead in the water because you can't outspeed.
Well-
You can't outspeed Sucker anyway.
Yeah, especially since
Yeah, see,
when it comes in and takes hazards, it's sort of telegraphing that it's scarfed, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
well, I mean, it could have been banded.
Harper band.
Could have been banded.
True. But I mean, Vic just clicks Sucker Punch regardless.
Yeah.
Leech Seed. Synthesis.
Oh,
Protect. Show me Protect.
we're gonna see
Show me
something, all
synthesis.
right. Bombardier.
Yeah. Because he wasn't Protect for that. I mean, you needed to dodge the EQ. But if you had Protect, I think it would have saved you a good amount.
Yeah, in some instances, you definitely could have said synthesis would have been better over leech seed, but I think there are other times that I'd argue that
I like
leech seed was-
Leech a lot.
Yeah,
The pressure
least
that
it
it
was
gives, it's so good.
Yeah, Leech is a.
My one issue with
Extremely
good.
Sarina
And
is it doesn't get
and
leech.
then this is everything, right here. This toxic. I mean, it's not everything, but it's kind of huge.
It's actually huge.
It's actually ginormous.
It is
We'll get there.
ginormous, but I mean, I probably would have done the same thing just because Milo is basically already showed that it can stall out Treads, right? Because Treads does not
Yeah.
have a stronger move to hit Melodic with,
Yeah,
especially not the choice banded Treads that's doing 50 to it before
Yeah.
Marvel scale.
yeah. It's sad. We're just diamond storming,
11.
expecting what?
No, we're not diamond storming. We're
I'm sorry,
power
we're
gemming.
power gemming. I'm sorry.
He's power gemming to keep Melodic low and force more recovers, and nothing wants
Yeah.
to come in and eat a power gem. So
No.
Also-
yeah.
Also, you can't switch.
yeah, correct.
Yeah.
You cannot switch.
He's just letting it go.
Burn,
The burn.
not really relevant. Oh, Melodic taking so much.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets funky because now something gets power gemmed. That got power gemmed. It pressures Milotic. Like
Oh yeah, big
it
time.
did boost his defense, but it pressured it. It pressured it out.
True, and Melodic is just barely gonna survive now. And the power gem's doing
The
nada.
crit. The crit.
The crit that was previously doing 10.
I mean the crit kind of mattered
Well,
because
hold on now.
I
Hold on
I
now.
know, no, I know.
Oh!
I'm saying it mattered because that could
Oh,
have been a
shit.
roll.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. You're holding on by the literal.
Gold?
Oh,
Or recover.
Scald. No, you can't click
Oh.
recover there. If you click recover there, you
Yeah.
lose.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was wondering if he.
Yeah.
Because yeah, then it's Meowscarada versus Venusaur, but
Yeah,
he's
I mean,
too low because he didn't have he didn't get to any of the health from Leech.
No.
Yeah.
That's where Protect would have come in very handy.
Yeah.
And just
If this thing had
U-turn.
Protect, I think Venusaur might have been able to do it. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But that was still a
Maybe.
very, very good and close game for
Well,
both players.
That was
Yeah.
incredibly close. Big had to be
Yeah.
sweating.
Dude, the
I think
double hazards put in so much work.
so much work. Yeah, when I was like, does Bombardier get defog? And I looked at it, it didn't. I was like, oh, pain and suffering.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Removal is important. Come to think of
Huge.
it, there is no removal on Dan's side.
No.
No.
Dan, you got to run more boots because your team is very, very weak to hazards. Run boots
Yeah.
on Melodic,
And it's not
run
even
boots on
that he was
Victini.
weak to hazards. It's just like it adds up.
Well, I think he was
12%
leftovers
from
on Milotic, right?
12% from spikes alone, plus
Yeah.
whatever it is from stealth rocks. That adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
16, 20%.
That's a quarter of your health
Come in
every time you
twice,
switch
that's
in.
40%.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 40% if you switch in twice.
Also worth noting,
That's
no
crazy.
Dragapult from Dan. Left on the bench this match.
Yeah, that is interesting. I guess he knew about the sucker punch on Meowscarada. Just didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean Scarf Meowscarada kind of like packs this team up, so I get it.
That was a very competitive game, though. Very, very juicy.
Yeah, I like these high quality edge of your seat games.
I like when it gets down to one mon at the end.
Yeah. All right. Next matchup, we got Mike and M1.
I haven't watched this. I know it was a heater of match.
Well, let's get
I
right
have
into
not
it.
watched this either.
Terra
I love that
Articuno, Terra
Dodrio is here.
Ceruledge.
Yeah.
Dodrio is a banger 40.1.
I think I told Mike about Dodrio for some reason. Like, oh, he didn't have
3, the return.
something.
I think he's gonna just increment the burb number every single week, so it's gonna be burb 4 next week.
Sure.
Anyway, instant static proc.
Jesus.
Ugh.
Now, okay,
That's why you got to risk. You turn to risk.
it is a risk, and we had this conversation like pre tiering where it's like, man, the reason Zapdos and Moltres and those guys are so good is because you never feel good clicking U-turn into a team that just merely has them on, you know, and
It's a risk.
that's why.
Yeah.
Just turn one para.
The chip, like 9% chip's not worth that.
No, not at all. Like the momentum really isn't worth that, especially not getting your Terra Captain paralyzed like that.
Especially on your Terra guy, yeah. So web's up, comfy out.
Comfey out.
That is not a.
Comfey.
Ooh, we're getting some thunder down here.
Yeah, that looks like almost no bulk Comfey. That took a ton of damage from Volt Switch and Hurricane.
Oh no, shell smash.
Nope,
No,
just wrap
but
his
You
Spin
spin
know,
away.
God
Yeah.
damn it, Mike. Mike, screw you for that name.
Oh, that's
Oh.
terrible.
LOL.
Okay, so we saw a spin Blastoise, not shell smash right now.
I like the Toxic.
I also
Alright.
like the toxic.
Some
Toxic
volt
is really
switching.
good on that.
Also worth noting, Mike has no Volt Switch immunity, so Volt on
Uh-oh.
Zapdos is just kind of free.
395.
Leech
Leech
Seed on
Seed.
Woach. And Articuno comes in,
Route.
takes 25, and takes a
He's
knockoff.
going for the knockoff.
Oh,
And goodbye.
Scarf
There goes his
Bird.
U-turner.
Okay.
Oh,
We're
no,
into
he did great.
Valiant. And we're
He's awful.
attack
This-
valiant.
Dude, this is
Oh,
a
Sub?
mistake
Oh.
M1 makes constantly. If he has protect on
Oh.
Amon, he'll just protect to scout, like not even anticipating a setup move. And I was like, oh my god, he just lost when I saw that happen. Like he just let Valiant
That-
get up a sub
yeah.
for free.
oh, oh
This
no.
is not. It has
Psycho
lot of
cut. Wow,
attack.
wait. How big is this Zapdos?
Oh, that's full
Also-
Fizz Def Zapdos.
Also, we're just hitting hurricanes left and right. Everybody's hitting hurricanes.
Yeah.
What's this about?
What is?
I
Sub-
think that
somebody-
hurricane is
Psycho Cut
crazy. Just
Can
wait.
somebody-
CC.
Yeah, hitting hurricane a second time is extra crazy. That I was having a heart attack this match because okay, let me just go to previous turn. Okay, you take this. Zapdos is going to die next turn, no matter what. So, like, hurricane is the worst possible click here. You have to volt switch or thunderbolt if you have it, because thunderbolt's for sure, or volt switch is for sure breaking sub. Because all that you're risking is hurricane missing, and then worst case scenario happening like this.
Yeah.
That
So
is
I
the
was-
worst case scenario.
I thought M1 had just lost at this point, frankly.
I can't believe Wo Chen is in.
Yeah, just throwing
CC.
away Wo-Chien for no
Wait,
reason.
yeah, he just threw it away. Okay, apparently it doesn't live that.
I don't know how you. Wait. What?
Oh, CC.
Tried to predict.
He tried to
What are
predict
you
the
trying to
Terra
predict?
Tried to
Dark,
predict the Terra.
Oh. Oh
Weak armor.
no.
Oh no.
and then
It's gonna do
Oh,
the
just
thing.
bulks up. Because remember, Surge has 100 defense. It's not tiny.
No. Yeah.
God, is it over?
Bitter Blade.
Is this why he fucking put the GIF?
Oh,
God,
Bitter
I
Blade
hate
again.
Bitter Blade. Bitter Blade is so fucked up.
I mean, Mike probably should have brought Vaporeon in first, but that's beside the point.
Oh wow.
Galvazin.
The reverse sweep.
Oh,
Fire type.
finally a Terrifier.
The reverse
That's
sweep.
crazy.
So the answer is don't predict the Terra. Don't predict the Terra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
He
mean,
had a-
damn, that's the problem with Terra, isn't it?
I mean, Mike sort of put himself in that situation with running both Psycho Cut and CC. He could have very easily run like Spirit Break or something.
Why was it Psycho Cut? Oh, for Claude.
Yeah, for Claude.
Claude.
Also, if that was unaware Claude, well, I guess it depends on whether
No,
or
it
not
does
Fizz
not.
Def. Well, it depends if it was
Yeah.
Fizz Def or Spit Def. If it was
I don't
Fizz
think
Def,
it
it
takes
probably.
I don't know.
With a booster
Does
attack.
unaware
does
ignore
unaware-
Proto Boost?
No,
Yeah, I
it does
don't
not
know if it
ignore Proto
does.
Boost. So,
So then
it's still
no,
gonna
I
level
don't.
you would
I
say
think
so.
it. I think it kills. It
That's a
kills.
calculable thing.
If it was
Yeah.
unaware, it could probably just EQ or Sludge Bomb or whatever to get rid of the sub. But yeah, and then you
I don't
can
know.
bring in like somebody the turn after.
Yeah,
But oh
I
my
don't
god,
know.
that was a crazy
Predicting,
tame.
trying to predict that you go Terra Dark. I think you just gotta click the site the right Psycho Cut the first turn when Sarah
It's
loses it.
tough. It's tough.
It's tough, but you can't. I don't know. Like you said before, you can't play for the Terra. You have to just play.
You can sometimes predict a Terra because sometimes you'll like know that they're gonna bring a specific Terra against you because it's just too good. But in this situation, I don't see Terra Dark
See, Psycho-
being.
Well, I
Psycho
mean,
Cut would've
Galarian Zapdos or Galarian Articuno.
But Galarian Articuno
Molly?
can Terra fighting.
That's true. I guess you're right. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that. I see where Mike's coming from trying to predict the Terra, right? Because
I guess.
he's down to his last guy essentially, right?
Yeah.
Ceruledge is the do or die mon.
Mhm.
But it's just unfortunate that he like lost out the prediction there.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Jack against Vanjie. Okay, this is a game and a half, everybody.
Uh-oh.
It's
Are we gonna have to do something about Iron Crown?
no, I don't think so. It's I don't know. There's a lot of question marks in this game. I feel like that's how I'll put it.
Okay, Willow.
Yeah, so Weezing just getting off a Willow. The Willow would have been very nice on Hippo. Did we see if this
Thinking
was?
Mancino is such a funny dino.
Black Sludge.
Yes.
For some reason I cracked up seeing Jack's name.
Oh, I mean, he predicted Willow, but it missed. Agility.
I see where
Just
what
how
he's
he
going
drew
with.
it up.
I see what he's going for
Thunderbolt?
with the Willow.
Flamethrower.
Got to remember using as flamethrower. And
Yeah.
Crown comes in.
Agility.
Man
I've seen this
dog.
before.
Pain split.
Pain split.
Paint split.
Okay. But not exactly where Weezing wants to be.
Calm
Calm
Mind.
Mind?
No.
Willow.
Will-O-Wisp
Willow.
doesn't do anything because it is a special Pokemon.
It gets you that big chip actually.
Calm
true.
Mind.
Flamethrower doing nothing and
Nothing.
proccing the weakness policy.
Oh,
This is the biggest
oh,
Cobalion and the scariest Cobalion.
oh no.
Yeah, that is a
Doesn't have enough
220.
Oh my god, he has enough turns. Wait, but E-Speed probably kills after
Bullet
this
Punch.
Bullet Punch.
That stored power is 220 base power, by the way.
Oh.
And you're
I-
at +4.
I will say I roasted the Will-O-Wisp, but it's
What?
doing more
What?
work than
What?
Extreme
What?
Speed did.
What? It lived?
What?
It lived.
It
Why are you
lived.
shocked?
He's Steel type,
That's- Oh my god.
He's a
that's
steel
crazy.
type. It's non-stab, and he's boots. What? would
And
you
he's fat.
expect?
Oh yeah. That's crazy.
And Crown
I
is
don't know.
extremely
And he's
fat
fat.
too.
Yeah.
It seems like a little, but yeah.
That's crazy. Oh, okay.
And with
That
the
Crown
weakness
just
policy,
punched an
it could have
absolute
very well been a
hole.
bulky Crown to begin with.
Destroying Scissor
Yeah.
and destroying H-Arc is huge.
Yeah. Oh, this is tough.
Trailblaze. Uh-oh.
Okay.
This is a fast Ogerpon.
But faster than this. Oh,
Faster than
Ooh.
this.
outrage.
Outrage.
on.
Killing
dead.
though.
Now, ironically, Jack has continued his time of not being able to click Vicious Rend because there's always a water absorber or something.
Or just something good at walling it. I love how Terra Fairy Cradily just perfectly counters Vish. Because I think Vish actually gets 0 moves for Terra Fairy Cradily.
I think you get
Wow.
Iron Head.
Uh,
I think it gets
it's
Iron
not
Head.
going to do
But
any
he was
damage
outraged.
though.
Oh
No,
no.
Oh,
Oh no. He
Uh-oh.
forgot to Terra. That's so unfortunate. I mean, he
Yeah.
still wins here, but like, that's incredibly unfortunate.
It would have been a +2 instead.
Yeah.
And Bleakwind could have missed, but there's no way.
yeah.
Bleakwind
Well,
could have missed.
I mean,
Bleakwind could have
okay,
missed, and
Bleakwind
Cradily-
misses and then Power Gem kills.
Yeah.
That's a universe.
Crazy.
But yeah, that was a wild game.
That got down to the wire too.
Yeah.
The forgetting to Terra could have rough.
Yeah, if that had lost the game, combined with a miss,
That would have been very upsetting.
yeah, Jack probably would have just quit Pokemon forever.
Yeah.
Man, that would have been tough. Oof.
Yeah, Jack actually said after this game, he's like, do I need to drop Dracovish? It actually sucks.
That's crazy.
Because Dracovish, I remember, I think Jim put it best, is like, Fish's Rend is just unprecedented power, but it's only Fish's Rend. That's its only thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, next
Sure.
up.
Oh,
we got
no.
your game, Thomas.
Oh no.
Why are you saying oh no?
Well, cause we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so first of all, that's one miss. And then, I mean, clicking it again, I guess, but we'll just absorb it. And you know what? I see you're toxic, and I raise you a toxic.
Yeah, and unlike him, your Toxic can't miss.
Exactly. I was not expecting that. I said, "What the fuck was that?"
All right. He wisely switches out, because if he had Supercell slam into Donphan, he would have just died.
Yeah.
Supercell slam Terra Electric is kind of fun with knowing Tapu Koko is on the other team. I'll give him that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And this is the first time I brought Goldbat all season, of course.
Yeah, but like
And he just keeps missing things. It's so unfortunate. That's the second toxic I think he's missed. All right, but I leech seed into the Whimsicott. He
Yeah,
encores me into the leech
get
seed, which is pretty good.
encored. You know, I'm
So
looking at James's team, and I I'm struggling to see like an actual win con. You know what I mean?
well, we'll see. Hold on
I
now.
mean,
Keep
we'll
going.
see, but like, so many of his mons seem like just either purely support or kind of dead weight or mons that just sit there like belly bolt.
The problem is my Golbat having toxic was kind of my whole plan of dealing with Umbreon. So
Oh yeah, so it's dead. So that's not
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Sludge
But
bomb.
yeah, I
Okay.
was like, this Whimsicott can't can't deal with that. But now this thing just comes in, so we leech seed it.
God, Umbreon's so big.
Umbreon is rather large.
See, I look at your team, Thomas, and I see that every mon like has a role. Donphan,
Mm.
it can kind of just like spin away, set rocks, do its thing. Tangrowth can be a
Yeah,
And
big
he's
physical
getting leech
wall.
seed recovery now, which is great.
yeah,
Yeah. Like Hitmonlee's your setup sweeper. Iron Jugs is a very good wall breaker. Tapu Koko for support and pivot, and same with Golbat, right? I see pretty
yeah.
good roles on all your team. When I look at James's like whole draft, I just see a bunch of like, I guess I can do one thing,
Individuals.
or I can guess I can like get off a cheese win maybe, but you know,
Okay, so this crazy
Crazy.
live, crazy
Cr-
Salak
crazy
berry.
live and crazy Salakberry, yeah.
Like, on what
We had
planet?
talked, Tom, and like we thought that Calm Mind Coco was just gonna wreck shit,
Yeah,
and then it didn't.
yeah,
Because it gets the 1% live
yeah.
on Crook.
I mean, Tapu Koko's not very
Oh,
strong.
also, I was like, against James, I gotta bring out the big guns.
Oh,
Yeah,
the Meteor Beam.
Yeah, I
Meteor
meteor
Beam.
beamed him so I can click other moves and not be
Meteor
choiced.
Beam, no other stab. That
Also,
crit. Did that
that
crit
crit was
matter?
everything. That crit was actually everything.
Yeah, because didn't the
Did it
first one
matter?
do like 35 or something?
Yes, it didn't do a lot.
Oh,
And
that.
then I flinched him.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
god.
fucked up. Well, you're
Yeah, so he misses two toxics, and I crit him with Earth Power and flinch him with Air Slash.
fucked up, Thomas. How could you do him
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
what I'm
That
saying.
is that is
This
fucked up.
is what I'm saying.
Now I remember. I commented
I
about the
was not
RNG
really
after.
happy about this win, bro. Like it's a win. I'm not upset, but like I was not like happy about it.
Can we talk about Cyclizar
I
taking 34 from a rapid spin?
Oh yeah. No, that was a crit.
That is.
Oh, was
That
it
was
a
a
crit?
crit.
Oh, it was a crit.
Yeah,
You're
it's a
right.
rapid
Oh my
spin.
god.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like I got a crit on top. Like this is just unprecedented.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's the luck factor that swung my way was incredible. Like not natural.
especially
Okay.
from missing the turn one toxic on Tangrowth.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking. Not only did you miss the turn one toxic on Tangrowth, but you miss it later too. Like that's just so
Yeah,
unfortunate. It's
and you
just
have the nerve to hit the 85% accurate Meteor Beam.
yeah,
How
yeah.
dare
And
you?
then crit his Umbreon. It's not right. It's not this. I didn't want to.
Yeah, that was
James
fucked
is a
up.
friend. I'm not trying to ever do James like that. You know, like I just I, I I like to win fair and square, right? So, but
I
we'll
mean,
take it.
RNG comes for us all.
Yeah.
You remember how many times I got to the playoffs and then just got the shit hacked out of me?
Mm. Well, Carmine and I were talking after this battle, and I was like, "Man, I did not like how I won this battle." And he was like, "It's just RNG," and I was like, "You're not
Yeah.
wrong." And I mentioned your battle where you missed like what, two Iron Heads or whatever,
I missed
or not two Iron Heads.
I've
You
missed
missed the
three
first
X
impression.
scissors. I've missed three X scissors, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right in your battle, I was
Yep.
like, "That's
It's
tough.
it's a messy
Hustle is
game.
tough, man." Yeah, but I guess that's just sometimes you have the high luck factor. I don't know.
It's
Maybe
the
I
game
rolled
we
a
play, and I do hate it a lot of the time.
yeah, maybe I rolled a
But
nat
it wouldn't
20.
be as exciting without it.
That's so true. So true.
Anyway,
I
let's get
do.
on to our last
Yeah.
battle.
I do wonder if that Crook live was a roll.
At 1%, very well could have been.
Probably.
Very well could have been.
Probably.
All right. Last match.
Oh,
Dave against Hunter.
I'm seeing the A Sand Slash here.
I
and
love
the
seeing the
Glow
A
King.
Sand Slash, dude. I was watching this live and when I saw Ace Sandslash and Slowking Galar in the first two slots, I was like, oh, he's going for the snow. Let's go.
Oh baby, it's about to get slushy in here.
Yeah, it's about to get cold.
All right.
Manchow.
Manchow, boom, grass
Oh my
turn
god.
one.
What? What a
Yeah,
read!
I've run the grass
What
out
a
on that thing
read!
before. It's a
That's
fucked up
incredible.
move.
Yeah, and then he just lets
No one
Manchow
ever
die.
expects it. Okay,
That's-
well that's a
And
trade.
then you just die.
Life Orb Grass
Wow.
not just killing Swampert turn one. That's very good because, yeah, you keep rocks off the field.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
What a-
are we?
What a trade.
Is it happening?
No,
Oh,
it's not
Thunder
happening.
Wave. That's
Oh, God.
crazy. Wait, is
Oh.
it happening? Oh my
Thunder
god, he's
Wave.
telling a bad joke. Oh my god.
I love that they added
He's
this
in!
chillingly bad joke thing.
Oh my god,
That
he's
was a
here.
recent update.
Yeah, it
He's
was.
here. Oh my god,
Boom.
we're swords dancing.
Oh,
Q.
that's
We
our
have it,
40
knock?
point mon.
Oh,
Oh my god.
there's our trash tier. Look at him go.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
he's zooming.
Holy shit, is he gonna 6-0
Let's
this shit?
go.
Ah,
No!
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Snow's still up.
Let's go.
1,
Boom.
2.
That's
Holy.
two
It
200
didn't
point
even
mons
matter
that's
that
killed.
Mindshao. It didn't even matter that Mindshaw's dead. Oh, it's the snowy
Oh
rock.
no, Mach Punch.
Ooh, no
Or-
Mach Punch.
Did I say Rock Punch? I meant Mach Punch.
Yeah. Well, he
Well,
wouldn't.
thank God it didn't click
yeah.
Rock Punch. That
Oh
would
my
have been
God.
neutral.
Yeah. Sludge wave doing huge damage.
No,
Okay.
everyone's
Thunder
getting
Wave.
T-waved.
Oh, but we're just dead.
So can Terra Smeargle 6-0 this team?
Well,
I
let's
don't
see.
think so.
Oh no, we're bulking up.
Hitmonchan cannot beat this thing.
Oh,
Everybody's
oh.
getting paralyzed.
Nobody's allowed to. Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
Uh-oh.
We're rapid.
Rapid
Oh,
spin.
we are
Alright.
set up.
You're going to need like
Uh-oh.
plus
Okay.
6 from Rapid Spin to start outspeeding like Garchomp and shit.
That's true. I mean, we're correctly Ice Punch.
What are we doing?
Oh!
We're switching.
Punch?
Uh-oh.
Jesus
There
We're
you
Christ.
switching in for no reason. Oh,
What
we
are
wanted
doing
rough
here?
skin for rough skin.
What
I
are we
don't
doing
know.
here? Drain
What
punch.
what in God's green earth
At this
is
rate, we're just
happening
gonna
here?
TP stall it.
Tell a bad joke. Okay, yeah,
Probably.
we've locked in the fact that no, he doesn't.
No,
have
he
Mach
has
Punch.
Ice Punch. Don't.
No, he
Well,
doesn't have Mach
you
Punch.
forget how big Mandibuzz is. Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
we're just
Yeah.
whirlwinding it out.
Look at that. You got out with
Okay.
only a single casualty. That's not that bad.
I feel like we could have, instead of going into Garchomp, went into Mandibuzz earlier, but
Probably, yeah. Because Mandibuzz
Now,
is
why
still
is
faster
Smeargle
than...
a lead Smear? Can we not have Terra Smeargle anymore?
No.
Hey,
not worth
that's
the
not my
meme,
call.
guys.
Hunter's the one who
I
wanted
know.
it. I just make the team
It's
cards.
not worth the meme. I mean, come on. He's here and you're not doing anything with him.
yeah,
Well,
Shell
hey, just be
Smash.
patient.
Oh.
Maybe he'll pull it. Maybe Terra Smeargle will pull it back. Okay.
Yeah, let's.
Don't be so judgmental.
Show me the 6-0 with Terra Smeargle.
Surely, this Slowking that's clicked 2 T waves already will not click it again, right?
You gotta hit.
are
Shell
you
Smash,
kidding
though.
me?
Yes, Shell
Surely
Smash.
he clicks it a third time. What are you
But
talking about?
you gotta hit Shell Smash again.
Well, of
No,
course.
we do
If,
it
if
again.
you're
We're
Smeargle, you gotta
we're
click Shell
smashing.
Smash.
We're smashing again. And we're
Oh,
smash.
And,
and you just hope you never
tactically,
hit.
okay, let me just point this out. He tactically eats the paralyzed so that you don't get the 10% proc of Sludge Wave Poison. Genius from Hunter.
Genius move. That actually,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Power
Dark.
Trip. Boom.
Power Trip.
dead.
Okay, that's actually kind of dope.
Fortunately, you're not faster than Bullet Punch. But Bullet Punch doesn't even come out.
Pop bomb.
Pop Bomb. Yeah, no.
No.
For two. Oh my.
Listen, he didn't... Oh, oopsie. He didn't have the wide lens, so there's no way you were getting all 10
Yeah.
hits against Mandibuzz. I'm sorry.
Mm.
But, dude, Shell Smash
Well,
Power Trip
that
Pop Bomb?
was-
That's gross.
That is kind of sick. That is kind of sick.
Now, what you
Alright,
need to
he's-
do... Okay, Hunter, I like this. Let me give you a tip.
He's cooking.
Run the wide lens for Pop Bomb next time, and then just find a way to pivot Smeargle in clean where something can't OHKO it. Or, like, you know, you use your Terra to, like, live a hit or something. Okay, that's my advice for you. If you want to pull this off better next time. Don't run the Sash, run the wide lens, invest in some bulk. Well, you probably can't invest in bulk. Smeargle's stats suck. But I like the gumption of that set.
I like the gumption.
There was some gumption.
I like the chutzpah.
Anyway, good +3 for Dave.
Oh,
If Shell Smash Miracle goes off, that would be one of the games of all time.
that would be one of the games of all time.
Anyway, with that out of the way, let's look at the standings. Actually, I meant look at this blank screen. There we go. There's the standings. All right, so our division leaders are myself, 2-1 plus 12, Tristan, 3-0 plus 14, Jack, 2-1 plus 7, Bick, 3-0 plus 6, and M1, 3-0 plus 9. And I guess I can read out all the other runner-ups. Dan is 1-2 plus 3, Rob 1-2 plus 2, Kyle 0-3, Mike 2-1 plus 7, Thomas 1-2 plus 3, Vangio 3, Dave 2-1 plus 6, Mario 2-1 plus 6, Murphy 0-3, Carmine 2-1 plus 8, Hunter 1-2 plus 2, James 0-3, Lebo 2-1 plus 8, Viv 2-1 plus 7, and Argonaut 1-2 plus 2. So those are week 3 standings. The only leader position that changed is Bick overtook Carmine
Oh wow!
for the Hitmontop division.
And Tristan is running away with it so
It's
far.
only week 3. Y'all need to fix your mentality against Tristan and Kyle.
I'm just look. I'm just reading numbers, man.
Well,
I'm reading numbers on the page.
what I'm hearing is
I
that
have
every
no fear
time
against
Tristan and
Tristan.
Kyle come up in the conversation is that you guys already have defeated yourselves. That's what I'm hearing. Anyway, let's look
I
at the
said no such
Conference
thing.
Cup.
Oh my!
So, we're 2 weeks into the Conference Cup. Hariyama picked up 6, Metachan picked up 6, Machamp picked up 7, Hitmontop picked up 1, and Scrafty picked up 10 this week. Also, to explain, I don't know if we've ever formally explained the Conference Cup on Inside the BFL, but essentially it is the accumulated plus of the interdivision games. And then whoever has the most at the end, their division will get the top 4 picks in the next season. So that's how the Conference Cup works. So right now, Hariyama and Hitmontop tied for last. Tied for second, Metacham and Machamp. And Scrafty with a big +8 ahead of the next. 21.
Go Scrafty squad. We have a lot of spirit, and we're gonna keep this riding out. Drac, you gotta stop getting +6s because it's you're pulling a lot of weight.
Yeah, I was the only one that scored for Hariyama this week.
Damn. I scored for my division, Metacham, so
There you go. You're
So-
putting in work.
I contributed this week. Maybe not last week, but this week I contributed for damn sure.
We also have some trades and pickups to look at. In fact, I mean,
Trees and pickup.
only one. James changed his Terra Captain from Cyclozar to Crook. Crook with Dragon Steel Ground. I'm a big fan of Dragon Terra.
That thing's scary.
Yeah, so Dragon Terra is great because you're now going to resist the water and grass moves that Crook is weak to. Plus, you get Stab Scale Shot. Very
Yeah,
nice.
That would be cool.
For
And
the other
Ground Dragon is
Terras,
a pretty good type.
yeah, the other Terras are pretty self-explanatory, I think. Steel to defend against fairies and ground for the boosted stab. Though if it were me piloting Crook, I probably would have slotted in Poison over Steel, and then it's probably a toss-up between whether or not ground or dark is the better stab Terra. But they're both
Yeah,
going to hit like a truck.
Super EQs are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dark is just so spammable, especially knockoff.
Yeah.
Knockoff is one of the best moves in the game.
Yep. And imagine just double its power. Ooh.
True. True.
Now let's look at our matchups going into the week 4. So Kyle against James. 2 winless people, so one of them's gonna get a 1 in the win column.
Something's got to give.
Something's got to give. Rob against M1. Myself against Vanjie. Dan and Jack. Mike and
Okay.
Hunter. Tristan and
Alright.
Argonaut. Yourself, Thomas, fighting Dave.
Ooh, let's go. Wendy's matchup.
Mario fighting
go.
Carmine. You, Lebo, are fighting Murphy. And then Bick and
Oh
Viv.
yeah.
boy.
So there we
boy.
have it.
The friends. The friend on friend action here.
Yeah.
The
Should be fun.
Delaware on Delaware action here.
There's no
Oh my
friends
God.
in the Pokemon League.
Hey yo,
It's ruthless out here.
we play for fun, but there's no friends.
No, we're cutthroat.
That's perfect. Can that be our slogan?
Sure. The no friend Pokemon League. The NFPL.
Oh my.
Well, that just about does it for what we've got. Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, I think we're good.
No. This is an exciting week. Some good matches.
Get your
Well,
I
week
like when they're
fours
down
in.
to the wire. Let's get more of those.
Oh yeah, those are hot.
Yeah, more
It's a
plus
hot battle.
ones, less plus sixes.
Yeah.
Unless you're in my division. If you're in my division, get a +6 for the Conference Cup.
Hey yo. You're gonna flip the switch like or the script like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, I am. I want to win.
You know what? You're valid for that. I can't be upset with you for having some fighting spirit.
But I guess that just leaves me with one more question to my fellow hosts and commissioners. Is week 4 the most important week of the season?
Yes, there are two people who are winless. Someone's gonna have a win next season or next week.
And
It's
will we
crazy.
know? Some people might continue their winning streak.
Oh, who knows?
Who's going to remain in the lead? Is Scrafty going to remain in the league for in the lead for Conference Cup? These are huge questions.
Yeah,
And we're gonna
isn't
get
that
huge
crazy
answers.
far behind.
Yeah, it is only...
These are huge questions.
We do have 4 weeks left in the Conference Cup, so it's really the time to start locking in now. You don't want to let someone else run away with it.
Yeah, so true, bestie.
And plus, I mean, hey, who knows? People might make some more team changes this week.
Mm.
Mmm.
We are quite
Spittin'.
quickly approaching the cutoff date for trades and pickups.
Oh yeah, that's a good thing to mention. We're getting a little close to
Yeah,
that week.
week 8 is when it
week 7.
locks.
Oh, week 8.
Or week 7.
That's right.
Oh, I think week 7.
It moves quick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
This season's flying by.
thank
basically
you
halfway there.
everybody for watching. This has been
wonderful
Inside
evening.
of the PFL, season 19, week
See ya.
3. Have a good night.
Bye.
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 Bye.